Front wheel shenanigans. It has finally been crafted. I don't know if this world should have to deal with this track, but I sure as heck made it. And it's a pain in the ass. But I had a lot of fun creating this. It took a long time. It took a long time. Because I started this back on Fusion. And I made 5 checkpoints. And then I was like, I have other goals set for myself. I wanted to beat my first level 6, and I had a bunch of other hard level 5s that I really wanted to accomplish as well. So, front wheel shenanigans, it took a little bit longer than I anticipated. But I'm so proud of myself that I was able to sit down and take the time out of how I would usually be streaming, and started working on, the editor and getting used to it, which is the hardest thing. And also one of the hardest things about building, I think in general, is just starting on a track for me, and making sure that I'm consistently working on the same track, because I get like different ideas on how to build and how to progress with just like one track in general. But it's kind of like writing. So for me, like writing an essay, I like to make sure that I'm writing maybe the body of the essay first, and then doing the introduction where you do the overview and then the conclusion. It's a lot easier once you get like the meat of the track or the paper down. This track is a level 5 ninja. The amount of time that I invested into making this is, I don't know, at least 100 hours, like in total. If I go back and I'm talking about when I started it back on like Fusion, it's definitely over 100 hours just getting down these checkpoints and testing them out. But I think the best part about building in general, I really enjoy the solo experience, I guess you could say, like just doing stuff on your own, and the satisfaction of creating a checkpoint that is really challenging for yourself, and actually being able to beat it, and having this decoration come forth in the background. It's something that I've never really been much of an artist myself. I never thought of myself as somebody who is like really imaginative when it comes to like drawing, but this is a different experience. I've had a lot of time just playing other people's tracks, and I really want to give back to the community. I know a lot of people probably won't play this, and that's okay with me. This is a passion project that I really enjoyed nonetheless. And if you do end up playing this track, make sure that you do the plus CPs that has a fix and an asterisk on it, because doing the full version right away, you're gonna have a bad time. It's gonna be an absolute pain in the ass to try to do this for the first go around. It's weird, like getting used to the front wheel, I think, to begin with on this game, because of the suspension. But I did it. I was able to create a front wheel only track that is somewhat consistent. That's really hard as well. But I wish I would have messed with this checkpoint a little bit more. This afterburner CP, the beginning of it, I set the force to like 3000 for this initial afterburner, and it ended up being, I think, a little too powerful. But I think this is my favorite checkpoint that I created on this track. This one, it actually didn't take as long as I thought it would to get all the afterburner settings correct, or like, at a reasonable speed on it. But like, doing this full checkpoint, it gave me a lot of satisfaction to do it. But, some of the downsides of building have been it takes a long time, like especially for me since I'm fairly new at it, to test stuff because I just test the living crap out of everything. That was a tip that Slick gave me and a bunch of other people were giving me, and I appreciate all of the support that people have given me to like, motivate me to start building because yeah, I usually would always hop on and I check out other people's tracks first, and it's it's a good feeling. It feels like a weight off of my shoulders. It's like beating Makalu almost. Not really to that same satisfaction, but it is quite the achievement for me to finally build my first track. I think it's gonna get easier from here on because I've already started on a couple other builds, and I think they're coming along a lot quicker, at least with the checkpoint wise. I'm not sure about decoration and stuff yet. I think I need to scale it back. I think I started a little too grand of a scale when I was making this track. I made a really wide open kind of panoramic view. I was trying to make something along like the Columbia Gorge, trying to relate it to that environment that I live in here in Oregon. But like, what kind of stuff, if you guys are creators, what's your inspiration for building stuff? I'd really like to know if you guys could put some stuff in the comments. Maybe it'll give me some more inspiration on stuff. I'm not really sure many other downsides of building right now. I know that a lot of people have been having trouble with like losing their saves, but I guess it's frustrating when you think that you have a checkpoint done really well, and then you find out like, oh no, I need to make all these micro adjustments. It's been so infuriating for me. And there's a perfect host that happens from Blaze. This is like the best timing I think I've ever had for anybody to host me, especially with that amount of viewers. This was the last checkpoint, and I couldn't ask for a better timing of that. Pretty sure that's the best host I think I've had. Really appreciate that, Blaze, and thanks for coming on the podcast again. I hope you guys enjoyed that last one. I think we're going to be doing them a lot more, like each week. We'll try to shorten them up just a little bit so we can fit in a lot more guests. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this track. This was, oh god, it honestly wasn't that big of a grind. Like, once I uploaded it, it only took me, a couple tries. I timed out on my first one on the last checkpoint, and then this was my second try. Yeah, tell me about building, guys. Tell me about what inspires you, and hope to see you guys in the stream. See you next time. Have a good one.